So, I don't know how to describe this, but I at least got to get what I'm feeling on video. So, before I lose it, I believe and I predict, and this is really serious, that in the future, okay, see how there's cars, and we're so wowed by new cars in 2017 cars coming out in vehicles, and the Tesla is really cool and things like that, and technology and our iPhones, and we're very obsessed and infatuated by technology and wealth and money, and we got food and restaurants and cable TV and all this bullshit. But we're almost in the past right now because there's an entirely new level of technology that has been discovered, but it's not mainstream at all, and it won't be for, I don't know, 100 years. But and I'm talking that one of understanding and building technologies around emotion and physical, mental, the mind-body connection. Just like we have chiropractors and doctors, clinics and stores. There will be quantum healing clinics because nothing, no nice shiny car, Lexus, or any of that bullshit is alleviating suffering. People are suffering everywhere, and no amount of iPhone or cell phone or money or anything alleviates suffering on an inner turmoil level. And people aren't, like, especially in public, but you don't see people laying hands on each other. I've experienced, if somebody's suffering and you're with your whole heart and you're present being spiritually, if you put your hand on top of theirs, you can literally soothe them and work that out of them, or help them dissolve that within themselves to alleviate suffering to the point where they there you go. Massaging those pathologies to get energy to flow through again so people are healthy. Feel that? These chakras, whatever you want to call them, people are running around suffering without a technology or a way to alleviate the suffering. So I believe that a lot of the future technology there will still be cars and all the shit that there is, but it won't be like it is today. Like, nobody will give a shit like the cars will just be a mode of transportation. They will still resonate to people on the way they do now, but we'll have an entirely new society that will be one of spiritual. It'll get to spiritual eventually, but before spiritual, there will be a new level of social truth. And people that are caught up in like judgment and comparison and racism and all that stuff, that stuff won't even make sense. That'll be like caveman thinking in the future. You get what I'm saying? It'll be one of oneness and unity and togetherness. Our entire civilization needs and will come together, despite the powers that be that want to stop that for very specific reasons, because once we become free of the powers that be, we're no longer confined in the constraints and the restrictions of this vibrational frequency, which is a lack of access to higher states of consciousness where quantum healing can happen. Because through quantum healing, you can, now I'm starting to get it, it's like something I'm channeling, and I feel it, and I get these visions when I'm just out driving. I'll go, whoa, it hits me so strongly. Through these quantum healing, it's not an apparatus, it's literally something we tap into that's already in all of us that can literally miraculously heal cancer to the point where it won't even develop, or any type of disease or ailment that is rooted in suffering or emotional suffering, that the body's biology and the cells will reflect that frequency because the mind-body connection is spiritual. It develops a sickness because the sickness doesn't come from the leaves of the trees, it comes from the roots, if that makes sense. So they, or the energy, or the demons, or whatever you want to say, doesn't want us to ascend to that higher vibrational frequency, because then they cannot fucking profit off of us. Okay, get what I'm saying? But what I said, that little bit of anger right there, was rooted in it because that's the truth. We're going to ascend. We're ascending right now. When we ascend higher, our DNA triggers too, and oh, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. Feel that? Oh. Watch.